Hey, welcome everybody. Steve Jackson here with Evolve Guitar. Today we're going to be checking out the new Taylor Swift song, "'Tis the Damn Season." And I'm going to include tabs for this song down in the description below. And hey, if you enjoy this video, please consider subscribing. The first thing that we need to do for the song is go ahead and put a capo on the 5th fret. From there, what we're going to do a lot of finger picking in this song. And it's pretty quick, so if it's difficult for you at first, just try it slow and kind of memorize the patterns and then speed it up over time. But the left hand chord shapes are pretty simple, so let's go through that. The first thing we're going to do is put our ring finger here on the 3rd fret of the D string. We're just going to hold that down, and then also we're going to put our pointer finger on the 1st fret of the B string. Okay, so just those 2 fingers. So once we've got those down, we're just going to hold them there, and then we're going to play the open A string. I like to do that with my thumb, and then I'm going to also play the D string next to that with my thumb. Like that. From there, we're going to the B string, which we're holding down the 1st fret there on the B string. So, okay, then we're going to play the 3rd string open. So, right? Okay, then just keep those fingers there. We're not going to move them. We're going to just play some different strings though. So after that, we're going to play the B string and then the G. So that's kind of the first group of notes. So let's go through that one more time. So A string, D, and then B, G, and then B, G again. All right, next up, we're going to do basically the same thing. Same notes, so we're doing one more of those, right? Just repeating that. Then we're going to switch it up a little bit here. Now we're going to go open D string. So I went ahead and released my ring finger off the A string there. Still holding the B string though for this whole part on the 1st fret there. What we're going to do is play this D string open and then do a quick hammer on to the 2nd fret. Like that, real quick. And then we're going to the G string, and then the B, and then back to G. So that little bit was... So let me play that whole first part for you. One more time. All right, now from here, we're still holding this pointer finger on the B string on the 1st fret. But for the moment, everything else is going to be open. So we're going to start on the D string. We're going to play that open, and then the open G, and then the B. So, okay. Then we're going back to the G, back to the B. So that's the first little group of notes there. Okay, then we're going to do basically that same thing again. All right, so we've just repeated that. All right, and we do it again. All right, now to end this part, what we're going to do is play the 2nd fret on the A string, and then we're going to grab the 3rd fret on the B string. So just those 2. So 2nd fret A, 3rd fret B. We're just going to hold those down, and then we're going to play the A string, then the G, then the B, and back to the G. So that's how the first part kind of ends. So let me play through this whole first part, and she just loops it through quite a few times. So I'll go kind of slow at first. So that's one time through. Let me do it again. So that was the part that basically just repeats over and over again through the verse section. So getting into the chorus, it changes up, still doing a lot of finger picking. So that is pretty similar, but we got some different chords here. So the first thing we're gonna do is just play the 3rd fret here on the A string. We're just gonna hold that down. And for now, everything else is just gonna be open. So what we're doing is we're just gonna play the A string, and then we're going to the G, and then to the high E, and then back to the G, then back to the E, back to the G. So I'll do that for you a couple times in a row. Okay, one more time. All right, so from there, we're just gonna repeat that again, that same pattern. So now we're just doing it twice through. So I'll do it twice through, you can hear that. Right, just like that. She does it quite a bit quicker. Closer to that speed there. But from there, towards the end of that measure, she's gonna do this. So what that was, it's the 3rd fret on the B string, and then 1st fret, and then we're going G, open, and then right back to that 1st fret on the B. So that is that pattern. So let me play that whole measure for you so you can hear that pattern. Right, and then we repeat that, and we end it with this. Okay, and then we're just gonna do that exact same thing again. All right, next up, we're gonna repeat exactly what we just did, except for now where we were playing the 3rd fret on that A string, we're just gonna let that go now. So now we're gonna also play open A string. Everything else is the same though, so it's gonna be a whole bunch of open strings now. Just like that, one more time. Again, she does it pretty quick. Closer to that. And then ends it the same way that we ended the last measure with this little. So again, that was 3rd fret B, 1st fret B, and then open G, and then back to the 1st fret on the B. And then we're gonna repeat that exact thing again in the next measure. All right, almost done. The last bit here, we're gonna go to the 3rd fret on the low E string, and we're gonna play like this. So what that was, we're playing that low E string, and then we're just doing open strings from here. We're going open G, open B, back to G, back to B, and then back to G. So again, she does it pretty quick, like, right? So we do that pattern through twice. And then at the end, we're going, so that was 1st fret B string, and then open G, open D, and then open G again. So, all right, let me play through that whole measure one more time for you. So that measure there just repeats at the end, so it does it one more time. Just like that.